Bonjour.
Bonjour, everyone. So we are at the apartment search again. Quick little intro for this. It's always a little awkward going into places and trying to view it and be serious and film and hope that they don't think that we're just, influencer people trying to video Paris apartments. And we want to be taken seriously, obviously. So we did not do live filming, if you are.
Right.
So we've already filmed everything for the apartment searches, the ones that we found on our own, outside of the house hunting agency, or before hiring the house hunting agency.
And we didn't get to do a video. I think there were two other places we viewed, but we do have two to show you and fill you in on what we've been seeing before connected with Cocoon.
Yeah, so this will be a nice little video walkthrough with a voiceover of what our thoughts were and everything, and then you can decide if you think they're the ones for us or what you think about them and pros and cons. And we'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below as to what you think, or questions about what we're experiencing and what we're seeing as we go through all these places.
Yep. All right, here we go.
All right, on y va.
So before caving in and spending the money on a house hunting agent, we took the liberty to find a few apartments ourselves and go and visit them and see what we could do. And this was one of the two that we did, not too far from where we were living at the time. Had a nice little balcony, beautiful floors and everything. The pictures had a lot of promise. But once we got there, the arrangement and layout of everything just didn't make sense. The kitchen was not very good either. It was just very tight. I think it maybe had just 2 burners on the stove, and the arrangement of doors, as strange as this might sound, just didn't make sense. You would open up doors and they would take up half the room. So the one thing about this apartment, though, was the terrace and the view. While the terrace wasn't too large, it was big enough, but you had this view, a part of the Eiffel Tower, that pretty much had Cheyenne wrapped up. We walked outside, walked across the street, turned around, looked at it, and said, okay, I'm ready to move. I was like, really? We've seen one apartment, and that was it. But you're gonna have to stay tuned to see if this terrace won, or if there's yet another terrace in our future. So then we moved on to apartment number 2 that we found on our own. Nice location by the Arc de Triomphe, also very close to my bike store, which is a plus for me. The exterior of the building is just beautiful, and it did have 2 or 3 terraces that we could see in the video, or on the online listing, so we were very excited to see that. First concern was getting up there. The stairs are quite narrow, and while it did have an elevator, the elevator was probably too small to fit the bike. But first impressions were very cool. You've got the curved walls and everything. You've got some of the Parisian detail and the crown molding. So that was very nice. The agent showing this was an older gentleman and spoke some English, and he was very kind to us in trying to sell the place. The kitchen, I think they were still working on and still finishing out, but a bit tight again for what we were looking for, and not much space at all for a fridge. This one did have This one did not have a bathtub as well, just a stand-up shower, which again, we've grown accustomed to our bathtub, and that's high up on our list. But very beautiful rooms again. So this would be the living room most likely, and the other room similar to this would be our office. And there's the terrace, a touch smaller than what we were expecting, but look at that view. I mean, that is what we've been wanting in our view. So our building doesn't have to look like that, but the building that we look out would be very nice too. And this would be the second main room as well, with another petite terrace, but literally they were big enough to stand out and smoke on. And we don't smoke, so not very useful to us, unfortunately. Really couldn't put chairs out there. So all in all, a pretty solid apartment, but still quite a few things lacking for us, so the search, I think, shall continue.